Hippie life means being the best version of yourself all the time.
Hippie life means good vibes, good vibrations, very high frequencies, great weed, great smoke.
Being true to yourself.
It's just doing what's right and being the best you can be every day.
Smoking that weed, baby!
I mean, it's a way of life. It's all about love and the people in the community. And I don't know what else to say. There aren't words for it. That's how pure it is.
We have some hippies out there and 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 hippies.
All right, man. Hashology Part 3. Let's get it popping. Continuing this hash journey, man. Hash, rosin. Y'all know the boys don't be smoking hash. We don't know shit about hash. I mean, actually, I'd say we know more than we did about a month ago.
Yeah.
There you go.
2 months ago.
I feel like I need to step my game up a little bit. I need one of them thermometers.
What is good, everybody? Hey, Kay, I was looking at you. I was like, are you going to finish? Are you going to finish? Are you going to finish? And he's like, drop that shit, my boy. I was coming out the gate like a motherfucking racehorse, dog.
Get it.
Yeah, bro, listen, I'd have to say, dude, I'm really enjoying hashology. I'm really enjoying it. Learning about hash. I'd say ever since we kind of started this little journey or series, I don't even know what the fuck we're gonna call it. It's just this time together with, you superior hash makers. And I'm gonna say superior. This is my opinion. I don't care how anybody else feels about it. I think you're a superior hash maker at least in the state of Arizona. I know you get and go out and compete in other states, so shit. You might be superior out there too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Represent Arizona proper, bro.
For those of you who don't know, man, we got my boy Alex in the building from Solventless Refinery. Some of the best hash rosin in the game right now. And look, I don't even smoke it. I just be seeing it on the gram, and I know it's fire. And truthfully, I see a lot of people talking about this rosin, this hash. So, my dude, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
You're, I won't say in a different position, but in a different position. And like things have progressed forward.
Most definitely. We're
Uh,
a
you were-
year and a half,
Always
2 years
forward.
almost.
Yeah.
Has it been that long,
Yeah,
bro?
bro.
Yeah,
It's been a
bro.
hot
It's been a
minute.
minute. It's been a long minute.
Sometimes I forget how long we've been
We
doing
took like
this.
a year off.
Yeah. You're right. But damn,
It's been a while.
you've been doing your thing out here,
Yes,
man.
sir, yes,
Making
sir.
some noise, man. I'll say respectfully stirring shit up, getting people like, on their P's and Q's. Cause if you dropping fire like that, people are gonna want to have to compete, or how they gonna make their sales? So
Oh yeah,
um,
Arizona's progressed immensely in the past year, for sure.
I'm learning, dude. I'm learning the hard way because it seems like every dab is hard for me. But over time, they're getting easier. I appreciate you because you don't be coming in with the globs. Sometimes you'll sneak one in there, but more of the time it's all you're like it's all about taste. So you hit me with something light, and I appreciate it. But all you other people out there to be trying to blow my head off, first and foremost, look, I ain't mad at it, but I am.
You sound mad.
I'm a little bothered.
Sound bad.
I'm a little bothered because look, y'all be having me sweating. I almost go through a whole panic attack phase because I think my heart's about to explode. I'm just like, this ain't right, dude. Like, I don't know how anybody enjoys that wave, but once we settle down, I get it. It makes sense to me. So I'm glad to have you in here. I'm glad to learn more about hash, man. I'm glad to hear. We're gonna hear about the journey, the process, some of the things you've been up to.
Most
Um,
definitely.
I think one thing we kind of strayed away from is kind of like just updating people on how shit's been, man. Like,
We really haven't talked about us much.
you've
But I
been,
mean,
you did a little traveling, man.
I
you know what I'm
did do
saying?
some traveling. I just got back from Florida. I was out there for like 4 days.
Big kicking it.
Yeah, I used to live in Tampa. Went back for a wedding. Saw some people like the girl whose wedding it was. I've known since high school,
Okay.
and like we weren't like great friends in high school, but like we hung out in the same crowds and everything. And then I went to school, and like she's a couple years younger than me, and she showed up at the same school I went to, and I was like, oh shit, what's up, Melissa? Hung out with her there. She like joined the sorority that like we hung out with a lot when I was in college, and then like she went and studied abroad and moved back and was living in Tampa, and I didn't even know that. And me and my homies moved to Tampa after I graduated college, and it was like, oh, fucking Melissa's here. You know what I mean? And then like she's always she's like into movie producing and stuff.
Oh, tight.
And like she got her start like with the Home Shopping Network doing like hair and makeup and stuff. And like she just keeps taking steps. And like she moved out to LA with her now husband, I don't know, like 8-10 years ago. They own a company called Driver's Eye where they have a crane that they put on a vehicle to shoot the car scenes. So he was telling me like he drives it. He used to be a cameraman and a stunt driver. He drives it.
Nice.
There's somebody that moves the like the boom of the crane. There's somebody that adjusts the like what the camera is looking at, and then there's somebody that runs the focus. So they have 4 people that operate that thing,
Jeez.
and
That's crazy.
they do some really big time stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I mean, they've done some stuff with some actors that are like AA list.
Nice.
So
Oh, shit.
yeah.
That's fire.
Fast and Furious.
So no, but like
Nicolas Cage. I don't know.
I could tell you some stuff that they've already done, just like music video wise. Like I think they've done like music videos for like G-Eazy and like what's that dude that beefed with MGK.
Oh shit.
But like they I think they've done one with who's that rapper that raps off beat that I can't stand?
Blueface.
Yeah. I think they did a couple Blueface videos. But like, you know, like man, if I got the opportunity to do a video for any of those people, you better believe I'd be their biggest fan while I was doing the video.
Nah,
Yeah.
don't fuck the bag up now.
Right.
Don't fuck the bag
Nah,
up.
and like she's done Netflix series and stuff like that. So she's just like she's one of the people that has like from day one always been like a little bit out there and always been like I'm going to make movies when I grow up. Like she's been saying this stuff since she was in high school.
That's
And
lit.
she's doing it.
Spoken into
She is a
existence.
full on like motivation to me. Every time I talk to her, it's like, hell yeah. Because it's like
Get her on
this
the pod.
is the stuff
I
you
need
could
that
do.
too.
Oh, bro, we'll get her out here.
I need that too.
She knows
Hogging up all the
She
motivation.
knows all about this, man. She is a supporter. She's always trying to find ways to like put me in a direction that might be able to help. So, you know, nothing's really ever clicked that we've thought about, but like she hits me with ideas. So eventually
Shout out
something's
to
gonna
Melissa,
mesh.
man.
Shout out to Melissa. Shout out to Bobby, Robert.
There you go.
Uh,
There you go.
You know,
Don't use
but
them
yeah,
all
we
now.
we
Don't
were
use them
out
all now.
there. You know, I ran into one of the other homies from high school. He's got a place down there. So he was down there on spring break with his wife and kid, and it was a good week,
Bro, I need to know where you got those pants.
bro. Amazon, bro.
I'm so pissed.
Those
shits were fire.
So the wedding was on the beach, and the theme was rave.
Word.
So
You have them tie-dye pants on.
I
That
got
was
the tie-dye
killer.
pants. She had like this like LED like wing like cape that she had on like after the actual ceremony
Oh,
for her
okay.
dress, and she was like flying around with it. It was good shit.
Fire.
It was a good time.
Sounds like you need some mushrooms for that. That shit sounds lit.
I mean, even without it, it was a good time. But
I'm just speaking
you
for
wouldn't
me.
you wouldn't have been mad.
I'm just speaking for me. I'm not saying like you need it. I'm just saying like, man.
Yeah, I got to see the beach. I
The
found some shark
homies.
teeth. I saw the homies. I like. I don't know whenever I go to the beach, like it's like connection to the like it grounds me, it centers me. So
I have a
Something
question.
about water.
Yeah, no, and going back like home, kind of home, right?
I'll be honest with you, I don't really like Florida that much. I was like actually unexcited about going to Florida. I was just really excited to see all my friends.
You didn't want to be the next Florida man.
I mean, like I said earlier, Florida's like the deep south with beaches, so like people get it twisted like it's something other than what it is. But there's some weird stuff going on in Florida. So
Is the weed legal?
the weed is medically legal in Florida. And they have a lot of what I have to believe were Delta 8, Delta 9 shops because there were a lot of legal THC, no medical card needed shops.
Yeah. That's
so
a big thing in the South
yeah.
in general, bro. I was in Tennessee, Kentucky. You see them everywhere.
What do you know about Delta 9
Delta 9
or Delta 8? Any of the deltas?
converted CBD. I don't fuck with it at all. That shit gives me headaches.
I've tried it in an edible and like I took 550 milligrams and
It's
it didn't
like
do
doing
shit to me.
spice, bro. It's
Okay,
fucking not cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
not cool at all.
I don't I haven't tried it, but I don't like the concept of it, especially if I can go get real weed.
Right.
Like
yeah.
I guess
Anybody could get real weed. You know? Like,
Well-
why the fuck are people smoking that shit?
Well, I mean, there are people that like to believe that since it's legal, whatever.
Jesus isn't
Yeah.
shining down.
Sure. But
Waving his finger.
I'm trying to fucking smoke here. God dang.
I mean, like I said,
That's
I got
what
a
it'd be
guy.
like
I
in the
got a
South,
guy,
bro.
so
The
I don't
South is
need.
crazy
I don't
when it comes
need.
to weed. It's a whole different animal.
Jesus said Delta 9's was good.
Texas is it's okay in Texas.
Wait,
I don't know if it is or not.
I was about to
actually.
say, wait, hold
Texas
on.
might frown upon it.
Oh,
I think Texas is frowning
not
upon
with
anything
any
that's
of that shit.
smoky that ain't a cigarette or a cigar
There's
or
4
brisket.
cannabis licenses in Texas.
4?
4.
All medical, I would bet.
Oh yeah.
wonder
I don't
where.
think it's inhalables. I think it's all edibles,
Huh.
tinctures, stuff like that.
I almost listen. I was gonna. Well, what the fuck is that good for? Like, but everything. Just not my
What the fuck is that good for?
Their argument is inhaling things. It's not good for you to inhale things.
Oh, okay. I mean,
How
I'm
many
not going to argue with them on that one because I
You're
still
not
stand.
supposed to inhale shit.
I mean, inhaling smoke into your body by default is like it's not the healthiest thing you could do.
No.
But
That's all
Guys.
right.
there's other delivery methods.
Let's not do that right now. I am fucking this blunt up. Let me not I don't want to be sitting here thinking about that the whole time. Like,
You gotta
Well.
stop smoking those, bro. Get on the hash game.
what's
so
up,
do you
man?
exclusively smoke hash? Do you ever smoke
Almost
flower?
exclusively.
Do you
I only
like
smoke flowers
crave
every
flower?
once
I
in a
mean,
while.
I'm sure when you're at events, you smoke flower with the homies, passing a joint, maybe.
Donuts.
No?
I
Gotta
re-
be the
I
donut.
reject many times over.
I'm good. Like I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
Why
good.
though?
It'll be like at once because I notice a difference in my lung function.
Okay.
Okay, I get it.
I can
So
go
us
from-
with stunted
even
lungs,
like live resin. I don't really even smoke BHO. I'll notice a difference in my lung function. It's like
Curious.
heavier. It's tighter.
Mhm.
You know, so when I'm smoking exclusively hash, I don't get any of those side effects.
See, I was a heavy cigarette smoker too when I was younger. So
Same.
now that I don't smoke cigarettes,
Yeah.
I feel like smoking just weed is like not as bad.
It's all right.
I feel like
actually-
I'm getting.
It's actually worse for you. The amount of resin that cannabis creates, flower wise, in your lungs is not good.
Dude,
it's like
Chill.
20.
Doesn't it just like absorb?
Chill, bro.
No, it's just like it's just like
Chill,
it's just like
bro.
R-
stuff you can
I'm
look
just
up.
imagining that's just RSO in there, just absorbing into my lungs.
both of y'all need to
Essentially, yeah,
calm
it's just
down.
tar.
Stop.
It's real, bro. You got to think about this.
damn
THC
it,
tar. Come on.
All right,
man.
so-
Smoke hash all
So now that we're
2023,
talking
guys.
about hash.
I listen.
So
Go
what
ahead.
made you? Because I would imagine you haven't always exclusively smoked hash
Oh, no,
since
definitely
you
not.
know.
Shit,
as
dude,
a
smoking
kid, I'm
hash
sure.
back in that day exclusively would have been like $140 a gram.
Right.
Fuck that.
So what was what
no,
was
I
the
smoked. I started back in 20. I want to say 13. Squishing nugs between a hair straightener, doing that. That was my first, I think, real experience with hash.
Time out.
And what made you want to try to do that versus just rolling the next blunt, or if you smoke rolls or bongs or whatever?
Fucking someone told me about it and it sounded cool.
Wait.
Exploring, bro. I've been blasting with a fucking can in the back of my yard or backyard and stuff. So I've been all around, man. I've done many different things.
Really? Like,
Just exploring,
Can we?
trying new things.
I mean, that's why we are where we are, because of people like you, right? And that, like, to me,
oh, there's guys that do it even more crazy than I do.
I mean, to me, like, and I, you know, I'm 40 years old. I grew up, you know, started smoking weed in the 90s, and it was brick weed, and it was pretty terrible, and it never had names, and you know,
if you did have names, it was some bullshit.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was not that. And you know, it progressed. And I remember,
Shout out, Cat.
you know, maybe like 12, 13 years ago now, when I had first moved out to Arizona, like I went over to the homie's house to pick up weed one day, and they had a bong out that had a piece coming off of it like this, and a little metal clip and a plate on the bottom. And I was like, what is that? And they're like, oh, dude, check out this wax. And I'm like, what is this? And it was, you know, it probably looked like
Black
Reclaim.
yeah.
It probably looked like Reclaim. And I was like, so what you do is you get this
Doo-doo
piece of
butter
metal
days.
like super, super red hot, and it's got to be red hot, and then you drop it. And
It has to be red
bro.
hot.
And it has to be red hot.
There is no other way to do it, guys. Red fucking hot. Dude, my first dab ever was off of a shit, dude. It was like a 4.5 foot song. And it was a 2.5 inch like around the whole tube was. It was massive. And it was 1.5 grams of shatter that this dude snaked. I had no idea what the fuck this dude was about to send me on a trip to. But good lord, that was a time. Yeah.
Your first dab?
My first dab ever was 1.5 gram snake
Fucking God.
out of a massive zong.
I'm glad you're here to tell that story to us.
Yeah, it was not fun.
It was not.
I
I did not
my
have a good
first
time.
I remember my first gram dab, and it wasn't even my like first dab, but it was my first Grammy.
I remember.
No, this
I
was when,
wasn't
like,
there, but I
concentrate.
remember the story.
Yeah, it was some shatter, and when I took like, bro, I had the homie pull up in front of the hospital. I swear to
Bro,
fucking
I
God.
sat on the couch like, am I having a heart attack, bro? I had to drive home. Shouldn't have done this, but I drove home back streets the whole way like, fuck, bro. I am dying. I need to Google the closest hospital. No, I felt you. I felt you for that one.
Bro,
for sure.
I told him, I was like,
Back when
Jones,
concentrate was a new thing, man.
get off the freeway right here, man.
Crazy.
There's a hospital on 99th and Thomas. We need to pull up right fucking now. I was like, I think this is it for me, bro. Like, why'd I take that dab? I regret it. I regret it so bad. Like, just contemplate my. And Jones had to take me home to Goodyear. So we stopped like 20 minutes before my house because I thought it was over. We pull up. I was like, nah, you know what? Bro, like, I walked into the hospital and I was like, nah. Let me turn around because this is going to be stupid. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to look stupid. Like,
put me on a list.
Yeah. Let me not do that. Let me not. I already have a bad history with these guys. Let me not do that.
We don't need all this drama.
So I'm like, Jones, let's pull up to this QT real quick, bro. And if you don't mind, go grab me a drink. Like, I couldn't even get out the car again. I was like,
Does my body work?
yeah, like, bro, like nothing was working.
That's amazing.
Hit the Dr. Pepper. My life reset. It was like everything's go. I'm like, Jones, off to the crib. We're good. Let's get it.
All right, we're good, guys.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper saved the day.
But bro, when I tell you I was in the hospital, like getting ready to check in,
Man, you were trying to go to the wrong doctor,
You were
bro.
at
You
the-
just should have gone to Dr. Pepper from the jump.
Oh,
You're at
God.
the desk, huh?
I was like, yeah, I was
He's
just
like,
about
Give
there.
me the 4.
Reaching in my pocket for my fucking ID and insurance, and
my
I was like,
insurance?
Oh no.
nah, let's turn around,
Yeah,
bro. We don't need that bill. We don't need that bill because I'm gonna get a bill just for them writing my name down.
Oh,
I'm
for
out of
sure.
here. So yeah, bro, for you to do that shit on your first dab, good God Almighty, my boy. Like shit, let me.
I should say, consume cannabis responsibly, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do this at home.
Don't do that to yourself.
No,
It's-
do it at home. That's the
Do it
responsible
at home.
part.
Yeah, you're right. Don't drive home after you do it.
Yeah,
just know
especially
your
the gram.
limits. Oh,
Bro,
you're
I be
idiots.
fucking because at the lounge, dog, like that's all it is just dabs all day. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some weed in that bitch, but 80% of everybody in there is taking dabs. Every time I drive home from the lounge, bro, like I put that bitch on cruise control. I'm driving with two hands. I'm like, we not fucking up today, my boy. Like, we getting home. I be high as shit. Like, I think everyone's out to get me. I'm like, yeah, dog,
You
let me
gotta
get to
take
the
an
house.
Uber or something, bro.
Well, see, look, I'm all the way in the North Valley, so that Uber is like $50. I'm paying $50 to go to the lounge. Hop in the whip and take my risk.
Allegedly.
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 We're not
So
taking that.
self-incriminating.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I always
Uber
wait till
everywhere.
I'm sober to leave.
Yeah, I mean, the risk, there's always a risk driving. Like, let's just be honest.
Yo.
I wait till I'm sober.
Yo. But no, it definitely, like, I feel like there's some like flower smokers that are in there, but
Oh,
I
for
would
sure.
it definitely does seem like a lot of like man, I sound so old saying this. A lot of the new, like the younger kids and like seem to be like heavy into concentrates almost exclusively.
Yeah. And it fucking, listen, I say this with love. It makes me mad because y'all be trying to fuck me up. I know y'all do. Y'all get a kick out of that shit. As soon as I bend the fuck over and like reach for my lungs, it's a kick. And I hate it, but I love it because I get lit. And the terps, I get it. That's some sugar burger, my boy. Help yourself. I get it. The green pheno though, there's
Not the red wine.
no, not the purple
Deer
one.
grow?
The purple one definitely smells a lot different. So I have two phenos. There's the green pheno and the purple pheno. But that's bananas and blow times Donnie's burger. That was bred by Crondon Genetics.
Okay.
Yeah, he bred that. I just ran it back. I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't like it, but I'll smoke it. But I had cut some clones and I was like, fuck it, we'll just ride her out. But I'm not even done trimming everything. I got some funk, bro. I got some funk, some kush. I got some, and I
It's got a
pressed longer.
sourness to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Sour.
why it's more of the for me it's kind of more like that earthy piney, and I
Mhm.
don't fucking like that. It's, but we had that conversation. I did my flush a little longer this time, because you were like, hey man, I think you could flush your weed a little bit longer after that first batch when we were at I think Tangi's Christmas party. Yeah, and I was like, let's do it. So not this one, but next time I see you, because if I don't like that, I'm not gonna say, hey, you should smoke this. But when I see you next time, I'm gonna just give you a little nuggy nug. You can maybe hit in a bong or something. But I just want your feedback on the flush. That's it.
For sure.
And I appreciate it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope, man. A lot of it comes down to the cure too.
Well, the cure. So this time, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I did touch it, but the sugar burger is a bit new, but it's been curing for like a good solid week. So it's starting to kind of like settle in.
You gotta get that 30-day minimum. Bro.
Yeah, there's some shit that I've trimmed early. It's just because I have so much. I mean, I hate to. I'm not to incriminate myself. My plants just got big, but I have a lot of weed. And trimming that shit I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna just do this in stages. So like, some weed's been trimmed a while back, had more time to age and do its thing. So 420 will be good to us, boys. I'm just gonna say that. But now that you need to like that, yeah, do your thing. Oh, I do. I ain't gonna lie. I want to take some dabs, but also, my man, I want to talk about your journey, bro. How's it been? How's the wave been, bro?
Fucking a lot of work.
Uh,
A lot of fucking work. I'm a one-man team, so
Really?
yeah, I do all the extraction, sales, production, everything,
So,
packaging, labeling.
are you looking for anybody?
Product
or what?
procurement.
What's up? You hiring, man?
At some point.
Okay. I see you.
At some point.
All right. Well, Damn, the weed just hit me. I'm so sorry.
So you probably don't get to do like you got to do a lot of stuff that you probably don't enjoy as much as just the extraction side of it. Or do you like doing all of it?
I like doing it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm super like OCD when it comes to my stuff, so
So it's better to just do it all
it's
yourself.
better to just do it
They
all
get
myself.
stressed
I mean,
out because
I
somebody
want
else
like a
is-
salesperson, someone that
Uh-huh.
can deliver, because it's kind of like stupid for me to not be working in the lab and out delivering.
I mean,
stuff,
delivering seems like something you could definitely.
but, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, no, I'm super particular. I gotta find someone that like I can trust and
They can kind of
I'm- like
bring up
can
as a
take
protege.
directions to a fucking T, kind of thing. And most people that try to work in the lab
'Cause
just can't.
Well,
That
I feel
shit-
like
no.
I feel like when we're the fact that we're calling it a lab to begin with means that a level of like preciseness is needed. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty strict on all my variables.
And you said you gotta like be able to follow, directions to a T. I would imagine like that stuff is time sensitive, right? Like getting it from
Oh,
point
yeah.
A to point B,
Yeah.
is crucial.
Mhm.
So,
And there's different SOPs for different types of resin and stuff like that. If I got a resin that's super greasy, that like the second it leaves the water, it starts greasing up and sticking to itself, and the heads start bursting, and I'm losing yield. All that time is critical,
I
for
hear
sure.
you. So here's the thing. I be trying to understand this shit because I seen like I see these debates going on, and I really wish I could chime in, but I can't.
Hmm.
Cold cure.
Mhm.
There's okay. So can we go through the different types of cures? So I could kind of like,
So there's a heat cure to cold cure.
isn't there like a dry?
What a lot of people refer to as cold cure as a room temperature cure, which was generally between like 65 and 75 degrees is what most people get a normal room at. My definition of a cold cure is it's got to be fucking cold. So I cure for 30 days plus in a refrigerator. So it takes a long time for my product to procure and cure properly. A lot of people they're just throwing it, on their table in their lab and calling it a day. And then there's a heat cure where they're adding heat, some sort of heat, over um, just your normal room temperature, whether
Okay.
that be 5, 10, or a few hundred degrees to get like a jam consistency or a sauce consistency.
So that would be what they're looking. That would be the reasoning for that is to get that consistency.
Some people do it so they get a wetter batter,
Okay.
because you start the decarboxylation process for the THCA to break down, and once it breaks down, it's more of a liquid, so it gives the consumer that false sense of it being wet, because it's not wet. It's the THC has been decarboxylated into THCA.
Okay.
So it
And
looks wet, but
THCA
it's
is
not
a
actually wet.
liquid.
THCA, it turns into like a more viscous oil, like
Okay.
your distillate pen. That's decarboxylated THC.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Shit.
It all like the more I learn about this stuff, like the more it all makes sense.
No, it's starting to like
Yeah.
starting to come around in like in full circle now because like we've talked.
I remember when we just sat here and smoked blunts.
Well, dude, I remember when Paddler was sitting here talking about this shit, and I was just like, bro, what is he saying? Like, I'm nodding my head and saying, yeah,
Uh-huh.
bro.
Uh-huh.
But
You had
I'm
to ask
like,
questions. Man.
no, like, here's the thing. I couldn't because my brain was processing so fast that I couldn't formulate questions, right?
Yeah.
So, like, with me, because I come, culinary background,
Yeah.
I watch and then I ask questions.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, chef can explain formulas and why we need to do it.
I'm the same way.
But show me
Mhm.
as you're explaining it to me. And
Yeah.
obviously it's hard to do that in this setting.
Yeah.
So as like we did it once and then we did it again. And then some of this stuff, like I was able to ask more questions. But like, seeing the debates on Instagram now, like I can kind of like see what people are saying and like, oh, okay, cool. Like I don't feel completely left out of the loop. But like I wouldn't be able to ask you about whether or a cold or heat cure if these like conversations never got started in the first place. So
there's two ends of that. I think that cold cure debate. One being the people that are heat curing and then calling it a cold cure and deceiving the customer. And then there's the people that are diehard fresh press fans, and they think everything else is inferior to fresh press.
Fresh press is what?
Fresh press would be the freshly pressed resin, straight off of
Like
the
straight off
hydraulic
the
press.
Oh,
straight,
like
like when you dripped it right off of Roz and Bell's press
Into
straight
the
into the
banger.
banger.
Yeah, that would be fresh press. So it's more of
So
going
those
back to our roots, shattery. It's like shatter.
Yeah. What's
Isn't that consistency, but it's not shatter because it's not a BHO extract. It is a live hash rosin.
why would
It's just a consistency.
what's so good about fresh press? Why would people like? Is there
A lot of people think it tastes better.
Okay.
So in the fresh press consistency, the wax is not started the oxidization process. So there's a lot of volatile terpenes and lipids, fats,
And as-
cannabinoids that will off gas at room temperature.
Okay.
It's trapped inside that fresh press state. Once that fresh press starts to nucleate and decarboxylate, it starts allowing the off gassing of terpenes. So people think fresh press is superior to everything, but
Because
in
if
all
you-
honesty, terpenes are not good for you.
What?
No. Terpenes are acids.
Wait.
Terpenes are acids, and
All
they are not-
terpenes?
all terpenes are acids. Think about this. So you got your orange extract, essential oil.
Yeah.
What is in your cleaners? Limonene and citrus terpenes.
Motherfucker.
You got your pine sol, stuff like that. That's all plant terpenes. Terpenes are acids. They break down things. You're not supposed to be inhaling terpenes. There's if you look up any individual terpene right now, Google it. There's a safety data sheet. The safety data sheet. Jesus Christ.
Been a long
On
day.
each individual terpene on how to handle it properly. And each one requires a gas mask.
I
So
feel like
that
you just
could-
ruined my day.
No, hear me out.
So
That could
I'm not a
be-
fan of fresh press because of those volatile terpenes. You're not supposed to be inhaling those.
So
Not on that concentrated
No,
level.
like,
Hold on, so
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because I don't want to lose
go,
this one.
go.
Because Paddler asked a question, and Tanner was just like, monoterpenes.
Mhm.
He's like,
Monoterpenes, volatile terpenes, they're
yeah,
essentially the same
because he
thing.
said the same thing. He's like, I think we should be wearing gas masks when
Mhm.
we wash.
Most definitely.
And then Tanner's like, yeah, well, like,
It just
I don't
depends.
really care.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Like, so that it blows my mind because again, everything's coming back around. Like that, you say that, and that terpenes are dangerous because, like, fuck, bro. If when we
They're
sit here,
flammable, bro. Terpenes in themselves are flammable.
Jesus. Go ahead, Kay. The
So
disappointment.
I mean,
I'm not saying don't consume them, but
Well, I guess like
Be
for
careful.
the last like
or just don't
4
care.
years, we've been talking about like the different terps
Mhm.
providing different benefits
Benefits in effect.
in effect.
Yes.
But not in health.
Well, I mean, the effect may affect your health, but
I
it's
understand
more
about
of
the high.
it's not healthy for you. Just like smoking something, it's not healthy for you. Putting
Alright.
something in your lungs isn't. It's not natural, guys.
I know, damn it. I just
So,
made it so natural.
That's why
bro.
some of these states like Alabama, they just went medical in this last year, and they're ingestible only, topical ingestible only, and it's not like candy. It's fucking a tincture is their ingestible, RSO stuff like that.
So now that we know terpenes might not be the greatest for you,
Mhm.
what is your favorite terpene?
Myrcene.
What's that? That's that shit.
Yeah.
That's
I got
that
heavy pain, so I use it medicinally for sure. I like for stuff that alleviates my pain, but also tastes good.
So I saw you. I seen you doing a little bit of washing for my good friends over at Gas Pump, bro.
Yes, sir.
What's your honest opinion?
They're fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, super excited to work with them. We got some cool things in the works that we're going to be dropping together as a collab.
God, this Zope is crazy.
Soap is nuts.
Where's this from?
American Green.
You've been doing a lot of work with them.
Yeah, they're at the moment one of our main suppliers for fresh frozen.
Do they only do concentrate, or they got flour on the market?
No, they got
too?
flour on the market. They were for like the past 4 years a fresh frozen only facility. They're under Cureleaf license, not associated with Cureleaf, but they rent the license from them. And the dude that was running the Western area essentially just didn't like them. So he told them that they weren't allowed to have a brand. If they were going to grow, they could grow for fresh frozen and concentrate only and outsource it. So that's what they did. And then that dude ended up not working for Cureleaf. They were told that the dude was just an asshole and they can have a brand if they want. So they have a brand now.
So
Flour on the
they have
shelves.
flour on the shelves.
Yes,
What's
sir.
the name of the brand?
American Green Farms.
Do you have any idea? Maybe not like what all dispensaries they're in, but do you have like a couple that I might be able to find
I
them in?
believe they're in Soul Flour
So
or the Flower Shop, one of those two.
okay.
I feel
I
like
can't
I
remember
might
which
have
one.
seen them at. Damn it! Hold on.
They're in a few shops for
Okay.
sure.
Oh, I can't even think of it. It's right by my crib too. Where's MPX from?
Health for Life.
Yeah.
They might be there. I don't really know where they're at,
Okay.
but I look them up on Leafly or something. You can probably figure it
Definitely.
out.
I mean, shit. If they put in
Yeah, they're fire. They do a great job. We've come a long way in the
so
like 8-9 months that I've been working with them.
Yeah.
They're super open to like new ideas, different ways of doing things. We work pretty closely together on those things. They're gonna actually add like a whole new product to their growing regimen to test out for hash for me. So yeah, we do a lot of work together, and their resins come a long way in that time for sure.
Listen, my dude.
Do you have any questions for us?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like an
Hey, you
interview.
never know, right?
Like an actual interview. No, like what are you allowed to share with us like for anything you're excited for that you're about to launch? Like what people should look out for?
We got a edible that we'll be launching here soon.
Is it with Michelle?
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Hey.
So it's gonna be, I would imagine, a hash rosin edible.
Yes, it'll be a hash rosin edible. It'll be the first of its kind on the market as well. Anywhere, I believe.
We'll talk about it off because I already know what it is. So I don't want to say it on the pod. I don't want to be that dude, but I like yeah.
Look for it.
Yeah. I think those are okay.
It's gonna be cool.
Slap.
I'm excited.
Me too.
All right, my man. Well, look, dude. I think. Never mind. We're not gonna say it on here. I appreciate you. I really do, man. It's always love when I see you. I know you got a baby coming up soon, so
Yeah,
Congratulations.
you know,
moment, yeah.
congrats, man.
Thank you.
I hope everything goes well. And then when everything is, done and you're at the crib, cozy, me and you and K-Book should celebrate by taking a gram dab.
The
I'm not
granddad.
doing it. I've heard 2 near-death experiences.
That was like first experience, though.
Join the club,
That's-
baby.
That's not an experience.
And this is rosin. It ain't shatter. Might not be as bad. Because mine was shattered. And his
the
was
shatter
shattered.
is always bad. Don't smoke shatter, guys.
It's bad for your health.
I know enough now.
Shatter
know
took
that
first
I'm-
place in the Euro Cup, and that made no sense to me.
Well,
Well, yeah, that face tells it all.
I know enough. I know enough now about concentrate that I don't
What do you wanna
think
smoke?
I'll ever
Zope.
So,
purchase anything other than hash. If somebody gives me some like live resin, depending on who it is, I might smoke it.
I feel you. It's
Maybe
some
I'm
sketchy
just being
rosin
rude.
out there. I ain't gonna lie. I've smelt some real sketchy rosin.
there's for sure sketchy rosin. Dude, there's sketchy rosin in the competitions.
I ain't gonna say
had
names,
motherfuckers
but I
drop
smelt
shit
it
and I
at
was
the
like-
lounge. That shit smelled minty. I was like, this ain't right. But
Hey, man. Everyone's a hash maker in 2023.
before we do these shout outs, man, I got 2 more questions for you. Where can everybody follow you at? That way they can keep up to date with all the drops.
We're on Instagram, the most heavy, Solventless Refinery. You can find us on Twitter at SolventlessR. And then we have a page on Facebook, Solventless Refinery.
Big bet. And my final question is,
Hmm.
where can they find the hash? when it does drop?
Uh,
Usually.
pay attention to my Instagram because it drops at different shops at different times. But our dispensaries right now are Jars, Nirvana, The Good Dispensary, Kind Meds, Health for Life, Sticky Saguaro. We're dropping at True Bliss again. We're down in Tucson over at Earth's Healing. So we're around.
Damn, boy, you be traveling.
Yes, sir.
You be
And Jars
traveling.
Jars just took over Debbie's and Mojave dispensaries, so we'll be in all of those shops as well now.
Let's fucking go, man. Well, I'm really like, dude. I don't want this to sound weird or anything, but I'm proud of you, bro, for like doing the damn thing. Like, especially as a one-man team.
Appreciate it.
And like doing what you do, bro. Just keep grinding, man. If there's any way we could help you with anything, you know, just hit us up. You know, and I mean that, bro. I'm not just trying to like be funny. You already know. Like, if you need us, let me know.
That's definitely. We've got the Arizona Culture Cup.
Yeah, I seen
that'll
that.
be dropping in September. It'll be the first annual. It's the first Maker's Choice Cup in Arizona. So the people that are entering are the judges. There'll also be, you know, People's Choice. A couple of people can buy into the opportunity to judge, along with those makers.
I'll buy in.
Yeah.
And I'll throw in some of my shit.
It's gonna
You
be
said September.
Yeah, it's gonna be in September. Sometime
Oh,
in
I got
September.
time.
We haven't locked down the venue yet, so we don't have a hard date. But that's when we're shooting for. It's gonna be an open cup, so dispensary class and, you know, home grower class are all one. So everyone's competing. Who's the best in Arizona? Not, you know.
I got some grape gas in the works. I'm ready from Compound. So
Fuck yeah.
I'm ready.
It's gonna be a stiff competition. I know American Green's already locked it in. Gas Pump's locking it in. True Med and Drip's locking it in. I'll be there trying to get Grow Science to lock it in, but he's kind of being weird. He doesn't want to compete.
Matt never wants to.
He never wants to compete. He wants to be a part of it, but he doesn't want to compete. I want him to compete. But it'll be fun, man. There's a few, you know, traditional market guys that are saying they're interested too. So I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's a 2-day event.
I'll be a judge. I'll buy my judge pass or whatever.
It's gonna be fucking.
I'll contribute.
Private chef held so on lunchtime, dinner time.
You
Both gonna be
can't
private
not
chef
have
meals.
the gas passers there to stamp these products. Now we gotta at least put a stamp on it.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Super exclusive.
Smoke with these good people.
I'm gonna start working on my palate now.
Start working on your lungs, man. It sounds like we're gonna be taking dabs. Get ready.
Yeah, we're looking. Well, there's going to be a live hash rosin category, live resin category, and a flower category.
Oh, well,
So
we
if
can
you just want to
definitely
smoke
do the
flower, you can do flower.
I mean, we can legitimately. Judge
I
the
don't
flower.
want. Yeah, legitimately. I'm not trying to embarrass myself with the hash, like strictly because I will die.
Yeah, we're hoping to have about 25 competitors per category
Golly.
in total.
All right.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be a
support
good
it.
time, man. We're hoping to be the new standard for what is quality in Arizona. What is fire? What is gas? Because what we have now is
Gas is all, hey, gas is all we know. I like that. I like that.
I
That's
think,
fire.
I think the brands out here have worked hard enough to deserve something like that. I think the people deserve something of that stature as well. So hoping we can give it to them.
Hell yeah. Shout outs.
Shout outs. Go ahead. Who we got?
Man, I already shouted her out, but shout out to Melissa and Bobby. Shout out to the homie Joe and Serenity. Shout out to Peters and D. Shout out to all the listeners and everybody that's holding it down with us. And shout out to you, my guy, for bringing us the knowledge and some of the hard truths.
More than happy to.
Hardest truths. God damn it.
And shout out to you, my boy, for getting that knee starting to get right.
Yeah.
And just being you, bro.
We'll say for next week too. We got something special next week.
We,
I can't wait. I know I'm not saying shit, but what I will say is be on the lookout because we about to drop that merch this weekend. Fuck, I don't even know when this podcast is dropping. So follow us on Instagram. I know y'all probably already follow us on Instagram. But make sure you keep that eye out because it's about that time. We got everything lined up. It's just one fucking click of a button away. I just really been trying to do it properly. We been trying to do it properly. Let me stop doing that. I'm so sorry.
You good?
we've been trying to do this the right way this time and really have a goal and a mission behind it. So I think I'm cool enough to like I'm okay if you're okay to share like, you know, us wanting to share our proceeds with a charity of choice. So
Okay.
before anyone wants to jump on our ass and say what charity, we don't know yet. Like we will decide when we get to that point, and it'll always be different. We're not going to just lock in with charities. We want to help many different charities. So we're not looking to make this like something where it's like, oh, we want to be on somebody else's website or they even want us to promote the shit. We just want to do something and give back. So we're going to do like literally donate more than half of our profits to charity. So I'm pretty excited about
Good
that.
shit.
The merch will be of the finest quality, like you know how we do. We ain't put no bullshit out, especially with the material. So be on the lookout, man. I'm excited. And with that, I'm just gonna quickly shout out like our squad. Definitely shout out you, man. Like I truly do. Like now that I hear that you do like literally everything alone. Not that I didn't respect what you do, but now I just have a greater respect, you know, for it because like
Thank you.
that's tough, bro. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I won't say I did it alone in the baking with my baking when I was doing it at home because I did have, you know, my kid's mom to like help me with the packaging. But with the baking part, at least, I ain't even gonna try to relate. Never mind. You do your damn thing, bro. And shout out to our sponsors, bro. Grow Sciences. We truly appreciate you. Thank you. And yeah, man, we'll end with your shout outs.
Shout out to everyone that supported me thus far. Thank you. Shout out for you guys having me on. It's been a good time tonight for the second time.
It ain't gonna be the last, bro.
No, let's go.
It ain't gonna be the
I'm more than
last.
happy to come back.
It's always love, man. We doing something crazy too at the AZ Kennelland, so I know we'll probably talk then too. Just wait.
Nice.
I gotta stop doing this. But listen, we appreciate y'all. I just appreciate y'all. So with that being said, we out this bitch. Probably gonna hit a couple more dabs.
Damn, I really smoked the best weed in the world. See ya.